Commander Rydek was able to work behind the scenes during the negotiations and made contact with a representative from the Hotari delegation named Teil. She mentioned an unusual artifact of unknown origin being held under tight security within the Hotari palace, which she believes came from the mines on Tau. Now, this artifact might have a connection to the revolt, to the storm, and to the warp disruption we now know has been targeted at the Resolute. Commander Rydek, if you want to take it from here.
Of course. Tylus managed to infiltrate the heavily guarded location within the palace and sent us these scans using my tricorder. It appears to be some sort of control panel, possibly connected to the warp disruption weapon originating on Tau. Of particular interest is this symbol, which we couldn't identify the origin of.
The Federation database has records from a vast number of civilizations. If anyone from Starfleet has come across this before, the system should recognize it.
Cross-referencing with Federation records.
Displaying symbols from Federation database with a 90% probability of match or higher. Select a symbol to further analyze.
Find a matching symbol in the Federation Day. Für das, was wir da gesehen haben, nehme ich an. Warte mal kurz. Also das links ist unser Symbol, das wir im Prinzip suchen. Das könnten die Borg sein, tatsächlich. Nee, matcht nicht. Gut, wir gucken mal weiter. Nein. Auch nicht. Nee. Keine Spinne. Wollen wir jetzt wirklich... Warte mal. Das, oder? Das hat so Grundideen dessen. Das ist auch das Symbol des Spiels.
99.2% match.
Got it.
Was ist das? Das... Nein.
So, what are we looking at?
The design and composition indicate this is a glyph associated with the ancient Tkon Empire. Their
Das ausgestorben
civilization
ist.
collapsed over 600,000 years ago, but once spanned millions of systems with a population numbering in the trillions.
Fascinating. The Tkon were once the most advanced, most powerful civilization in the galaxy.
Is it possible the Hotari found Tkon technology?
Möglich.
I wonder if they even know what they have.
Our knowledge of the Tkon is limited. I have only encountered passing references to them.
Actually, I've heard of the Tkon.
You have?
Quite impressive, Commander.
Computer, summarize the Enterprise D's discovery of a Tkon outpost.
On stardate 41386.4, the USS Enterprise D, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, discovered a Tkon outpost in the Delphi Ardus. According to the mission summary, an unbreakable energy-draining field was deployed against the Enterprise and a Ferengi ship. The Enterprise was only able to escape after negotiating their release with an entity known as Portal 63, Guardian of the Tkon Empire.
Unbreakable energy draining field. It starts to make sense.
What else is there?
There's a lot here. Let's take it piece by piece.
Select the aspect you wish to learn more about.
Dieser Typ. Es gibt ja diesen Heini, Paul, glaube ich, in den TOS-Serie. Der war, glaube ich, aus diesem Bereich. Ich bin mir aber nicht ganz sicher, ob das wirklich so ist. Aber es waren, glaube ich, so griechische Götter, mit denen sie mal hantiert haben. Und das sind so die Reste des Tkon-Imperiums. Mag mich aber auch täuschen. Vielleicht verwechsel ich das gerade. Wer es kennt, bitte in die Kommentare schreiben. Wäre mir ganz wichtig, dass ich da eine Einordnung habe, weil jetzt kann ich gerade nicht selber suchen aus dem Spiel raus. Es würde den Spielfluss stören, also machen wir mal weiter.
Someone from the Tkon Empire is actually still around.
Or at least was, 16 years ago.
Computer, what other information do you have on Portal 63, Guardian of the Tkon Empire?
The entity known as Portal 63 is of an unknown nature. A biped humanoid, he was unaware that the Tkon Empire no longer existed at the time of the encounter. He was able to control the crystal-based technology of the Takan outpost through apparent telepathic means. It was by his choice that the Enterprise was released from the energy draining field after Commander William T. Riker of the Away Team argued on behalf of both Starfleet and the Ferengi.
Ich erinnere mich an die Folge.
Telepathic control of their technology.
As I have said, they were the most advanced civilization in the galaxy.
Okay, also es ist, glaube ich, wo die Ferengi das erste Mal auftauchen, glaube ich sogar, ne?
The technology to capture and hold the Federation flagship would have to be unbelievably powerful. Computer, what else can you tell us about the energy-draining field the Takan used?
The Enterprise D was unable to break free on its own. The precise nature of the technology was never fully understood. Only that the crystalline technology used was beyond the comprehension of then-current Starfleet science.
The engineering team found a quantized spin crystal formation in the shuttle you took to Hotari. They registered tetrametric radiation coming from it.
We have Takan technology on board right now?
We might. I'll run a full analysis in the containment lab.
So, dann der Mond natürlich selbst, beziehungsweise erstmal Starfleet Restrictions. Na gut, erstmal Delphi Ardu 4.
What sort of planet is Delphi Ardu 4?
Delphi Ardu 4 is an M-class planet, a barren rocky world with little to no vegetation and frequent ion storms. The giant crystals that grow there absorb energy, but it is not understood how they do so. The entire Delphi Ardu system, consisting of 11 planets, was considered completely uninhabited until the encounter with Portal 6-3.
Frequent ion storms. That can't just be a coincidence.
Machen gleich weiter. Ja, schwer Toplitz Productions hier, die irgendwie einen Trailer rausbringen für Terrascape. Das könnt ihr ignorieren. Wir sind hier bei einem wesentlich besseren Spiel.
There appears to be some sort of restriction order from Starfleet. Computer, explain this restriction.
Denn jetzt nimmt das Ganze langsam Fahrt auf.
A Starfleet directive similar to General Order 7 forbids entering the Delphi Ardu system or attempting to make contact with Portal 6-3.
Starfleet doesn't throw up a no trespassing sign for just anybody.
I suppose it makes sense considering what happened to the Enterprise D.
The Elydians should have crushed the revolt. But if the Hotari have Takan technology and can control it, I see why they're willing to negotiate peace. For all we know, this could be just the beginning. And we're up against something greater than we can imagine.
For now, it's probably best we don't let on how much we know.
Ja.
Play our cards close to the vest. Smart. I agree. Then when the time is right, we can confront them.
Diplomatically, of course.
Sorry.
Right. We've been able to triangulate the source of the ionic interference and warp disruption to a specific mine on Teil. Engineering used the latest data from your shuttle to pinpoint its origin. There.
So we know where to look.
We need to know what's down there. What the Hotari are hiding. To better understand what we're up against. And to neutralize it if we can.
Yep.
Captain, embarking on a mission to the Hotari moon would not be viewed favorably by either side. However, given the circumstances, we are entirely within our rights to defend ourselves.
I just want to make sure this doesn't blow up in our faces. Which is why I'm thinking of sending Commander Rydek on a covert mission to Tau. Assuming you're up to the task. It would require absolute secrecy. And obviously, it's not without risk.
I'll get the away team in and out. They're in safe hands with me.
Under normal circumstances, that would be the case. Given the sensitive nature of this incursion, I'm afraid you'll have to go it alone. I'm hoping Tylus can accompany you. The priority is to avoid detection. It's a calculated risk. The last thing we need is to get caught and then blamed for violating our neutrality and aggravating an already tense situation. We can't afford any mistakes, which is why I've chosen you.
Tylus will be essential to my success. Not only her knowledge of the mines, but her ability to gain access, particularly now that we know which mine we need to get into.
Make sure she understands the need to keep this covert.
She's not going to want her people to know about this.
Get in touch with Tylus and make the necessary arrangements as discreetly as possible.
Bridge to Captain Solano. The Illydians have moved additional ships to the edge of the Hotari system. Current heading is straight for the homeworld.
Understood.
It would seem we no longer have the luxury of waiting. In that case, may I suggest you and I return to Hotari Prime? Doing so will provide Commander Rydek as much time as possible to complete her mission.
Agreed. We'll hail the Queen's delegation from my ready room. We all know what we need to do. Dismissed.
Na toll. Eine Solo-Mission mit einer Hotari. Aber die müssten auch unseren Kurs projizieren können, wenn wir da lang fliegen. Müssten ja nicht wissen, wo wir hinwollen oder nicht. Lost and found.
Petty Officers Diaz and Erzähler, where is the crystal formation that you found in the shuttle? I have tasked Ensign Calloway with performing a full analysis of the tetrametric pulses.
Security brought it to the containment lab.
I was just there. They don't know anything about it. Security never checked it in.
What?
Miranda never got there?
She's the one that had the crystal formation?
Diaz, Tamaris.
Was zum Teufel ist
Try
da
her
los?
again. Commander Westbrook to Petty Officer Miranda Maris. Respond.
Something's not right.
She's still on the ship. She has to be.
Computer, locate Petty Officer Miranda Maris.
Petty Officer Miranda Maris is in the isolinear storage array on Deck 5.
Was?
I'll go find her.
Good.
Irgendwas stimmt doch mit der nicht.
I am sure Mr. Diaz can attend to this on his own.
Jetzt wird's langsam mysteriös. Wieso ist es hier so dunkel? Das macht nicht wirklich viel Sinn. Okay, wir können uns jetzt hier umsehen. Müssen Miranda finden. Das ist ja ein riesiger Computerkern.
Someone improperly pulled these isolinear chips.
Okay, irgendjemand hat da isolineare Chips rausgezogen und hat das offensichtlich auch nicht richtig gemacht. Wo ist sie denn nur? Okay, hier ist sie. Was? Sie hat die einfach wahllos rausgezogen.
Who did this?
Okay, ich kann weder den Phaser ziehen, noch den Tricorder. Wir sind mal ruhig. Es macht manchmal den Fehler, man macht erstmal auf sich aufmerksam. Ne? Ich kenne das aus Filmen, ich finde es furchtbar. Wir suchen in Ruhe nach. Derjenige soll sich ruhig ertappt fühlen. Denn irgendwas stimmt ja da wohl nicht. Wir sind laut genug, eigentlich müsste man uns ja theoretisch hören. Aber wenn derjenige so vertieft ist, dann vielleicht nicht. Und dann erwischen wir ihn bei etwas, bei dem er nicht erwischt werden will. Gehen mal hier rum, geht es nicht. Das will der Entwickler nicht. So, schön linear hier langlatschen. Entweder liegt sie hier irgendwo. Hier sind weitere isolineare Chips. Was macht sie da?
What the?
Oh, it's just you. I'm busy right now. Why don't you come back later?
What's the matter? Were you worried it was gonna be someone else?
No. I mean, I'm glad it's you. But I'm through here, so I can't stay and chat. I have other things to do.
Du bleibst jetzt erstmal
Sorry you
hier.
came all this way for nothing.
What exactly were you doing in here? I saw you accessing files, copying them onto that.
This is secure data. It's really not my place to talk about it. Look, I appreciate that you came to check on me, but I'm fine. You worry too much. We're on a starship. Nothing's gonna happen to me here.
I'm worried because you're acting strange. I don't know what it is you're really doing in here, but Commander Westbrook said the crystals you took never made it to the containment lab.
Will you drop it? I don't like being interrogated, Carter.
Hey, wait up!
Was macht sie da? Was zum Teufel?
I'm getting some very mixed signals from you right now. I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress right now.
Warum?
Just tell Chovak or whoever I don't know where the crystals are and let me go about my business.
Nee?
I know we have some things to figure out. I don't have time to stand around and debate with you.
Du bleibst jetzt hier.
I don't know what it is, but you're hiding something. What's in that storage drive?
I told you, it's secure data. So drop it.
Miranda, hold on!
No. Get out of my way.
So, jetzt reicht's. Sicherheit rufen. Oder es selber in die Hand nehmen.
So I see you found each other.
You were taking so long, the commander sent us to see what the problem was. Diaz, you were sent here with specific orders, and fighting your crewmate wasn't one of them. What the hell is going on here?
Let's just let them explain.
I'd like to hear that, because I know what it looks like.
She attacked me!
That's ridiculous.
And tried to get away with this! She was copying data onto it. I caught her in the act.
This drive is unauthorized.
There are ISOs all over the floor.
And that's why I was in here, investigating this situation. And when Carter came looking for me, we got our wires crossed. It wasn't anything more than that.
Even if that was true, it still doesn't answer what happened to the crystal formation that she took. And she isn't helping.
I can't tell you what I don't know. I brought them where they belonged, and that's where I left them.
I don't know what's going on here, but I think we need to call it into security. She can explain herself in the brig.
Hold on a minute. We don't need to put this on anyone's permanent record. Miranda, maybe you're feeling out of sorts and we should head to sickbay so the doc can check you out?
Yeah, I haven't felt right since I came back from Hotari. I think I should see the doctor.
You two know her? If you really think she's not well, we can take her to sickbay first. But what I know is this is a security breach, and we should treat it as such.
Please, just let me go see the doctor.
She did have a bumpy ride back on the shuttle.
Let's take her to sickbay. It's better than the brig, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Fine. Get checked out by medical. You two go with her. I'll put this back together.
Irgendwas stimmt nicht mit ihr, aber wir finden noch raus was. Ich glaube, die Zelle wird sie auch nicht zum Reden bringen. Im Gegenteil. Nicht sehr einladend. Nicht sehr einladend. So, wir sind auf uns gestellt. Wir haben niemanden bis auf diese Pilotin da hinten mit uns genommen. Die bleibt aber im Shuttle. Was darunter liegt, steht jetzt nun da geschrieben. So, da haben wir schon eine Kristallformation. Seht ihr die im Hintergrund? Ich frage mich, was das ist, aber es ist uninteressant für uns. Okay, die sind ja auch überall. Das sind Pflanzen. Okay. Jetzt müssen wir Tylers finden. Oder Tylers. Nennen wir es immer Tylers. Tylers klingt irgendwie sehr... Ja, passt nicht. Ne? Cumberbatch.
This is Irma. Any trouble getting to the surface?
I'm really starting to miss transporters.
As long as this storm is around, you'd better learn to like shuttles. But if you can find the cause of the interference, we might be able to get back to transporting.
As if I needed another incentive. We both know there's a lot more than that riding on this.
Fair enough. You'll need to get in and out of the mine undetected, so I hope Minister Teil can help in that regard.
So do I.
And to keep this covert, we'll refrain from contact unless absolutely necessary.
Understood. Rydek out.
Katzen machen ja schon wieder Stunk. Das hört ihr hoffentlich nicht im Hintergrund. Ist für uns auch nicht relevant. So, weiter geht's. Wir laufen ein bisschen sehr schräg. Die Kamera immer schön über der Schulter von Miss Rydek. Oder Mrs. Rydek. Wir wollen ja, ne? So. Und hier ist eine Was? Ach, sind das die Schiffe der Hotari? Oder Adilana? Ah, wir können uns ducken darunter und durchkriechen. Und wieder hoch. Was haben wir denn hier?
The ionic interference is coming from underground. I should find a safer way down there.
Ja, also runterspringen wollen wir jetzt natürlich nicht. So, da geht's runter. Wir können uns immer weiter runter bewegen. Die Steine leuchten. Da ist Tilas. Rennt vor und wieder zurück. So, wir steigen jetzt hier runter. Und zwar vorsichtig, nicht, dass wir uns was brechen. Das wäre das Ende der Mission. Pika-Manöver mal machen hier. So. Wo endet das denn jetzt hier? Wo fängt der Spaß an?
I saw your shuttle take off. Hopefully no one else did. It's good to see you. Even under these unfortunate circumstances.
When you called to give us a scan, it sounded like they caught you. I was worried you'd been hurt.
It was nothing I couldn't handle.
Lead the way. I'll fill you in on what we've learned about the situation.
Follow me.
So, dann werden wir sie mal briefen.
The device Galvin and Sidron brought back from the mines is being used to control some sort of warp disruption weapon that has the Resolute trapped in Hotari space. According to our readings, the power source for that device is on this moon, at the specific coordinates I sent you.
That sounds impossible. But explains the rumors of the Hotari controlling the ionic storm.
We strongly suspect the device was created by an ancient empire known as the Takan.
The Takan?
Once the most powerful civilization in the galaxy, but they've been gone for over 600,000 years.
It's hard to believe there's something like that on Tau.
Warum nicht?
Which is why I need proof. If we find hard evidence that Galvin and his allies are hiding dangerous Takan technology, I can convince the Federation to let us intervene.
Understood. We're almost there.
Sie scheint mit uns zu kooperieren. Ich sehe jetzt auch keinen anderen Grund, warum sie es nicht tun sollte. Sie hat uns ja genug Hintergrund genannt, was sich selbst anbelangt, also was sie anbelangt sozusagen. Ich finde es schon echt gut geschrieben. Also sie haben aus der Geschichte viel rausgeholt. Es ist natürlich noch sehr platt.
That's the mine?
Prospect 614 North, Subdivision 20.
It's enormous.
Just one of the thousands across Tau. The pride of Hotari.
How do we get inside?
The structure that circles the mine has entry points for transporting equipment into the lower levels. They're guarded, but nothing I can't get past using my authority.
Well, that's good to hear.
As long as you can avoid being seen, I should be able to talk my way past any miner. And provide a little distraction for you in the process.
How do I avoid being seen?
You don't use the door.
Natürlich nicht. Wir brauchen die Seiteneingänge, nehme ich an. Irgendein Hintertürchen.
How dare you? Don't you know who I am? I am Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
That's not...
The Queen would be furious to hear you tried to deny me entry.
The Queen? But I just...
You just what? Just now realize the trouble you've made for yourself? And who exactly do you think you're going to report this to? Because I'll be reporting it as well, to someone much further.
Find a way across the catwalk.
You have no authority here. Do you understand who pays your wage? I can inform the Queen directly of this instance.
There's no
You'll
need
regret
for...
everything you've said here today. You should have opened the doors the second I
Wir können nicht tiefer scannen.
That's not the protocol. I didn't know you were...
Gut, wir gehen jetzt hier rüber. Wir brauchen den Tricorder jetzt gerade nicht.
Can't believe this. Does your brain function? Do you speak our tongue?
Minister, I have orders.
How could a fellow Hotari not understand this? You're digging your own grave.
Someone takes their breaks up here.
I've reached the end of my patience.
Maybe the same guard who left that window unlocked. I suppose the view is nice.
Now.
But fine.
A wise choice.
Sie meint das Fenster, durch das wir eingestiegen sind.
Lead the way. Be quick.
So, sie hat jetzt die ganze Zeit gelabert. Ich weiß nicht, ob das sich wieder auf uns konzentrieren könnte, wenn wir hier langlaufen.
Not going that way.
So, also wir sollten mal den Tricorder ziehen. Nichts zum Scannen da. Was haben wir hier? Nichts Relevantes. Wir können ja erst einen Deep Scan machen, wenn wir was gefunden haben. Naja, gut. Süß.
Force field. Looks like it was installed recently. No safe way around it.
Das sind viele Forcefelds, also Kraftfelder. So, und da können wir natürlich nicht so einfach durch. Was ist das da unten? Was ist mit der Station dort? Die macht nichts. Wo führt denn das Grüne dahin? Auch nirgendwo. Lass mal umgucken, ob wir irgendwas sehen, was sich zu scannen lohnt. Machen auch gleich mal eine Pause, denke ich, dass ich die Aufnahme mal pausieren kann und gucken kann, wie es aussieht. Deswegen ganz kurzes Päuschen. Wir sehen uns danach wieder.